Welcome to the Learners Club. In this video, we will learn 4 important Excel functions: COUNTIF, COUNTIFS, SUMIF, and SUMIFS. Now, before moving forward, we need to understand the differences between these. Functions without S, which are COUNTIF and SUMIF, can be used to satisfy only one condition, while other functions, COUNTIFs and SUMIFs, can be used to satisfy one or more than one conditions. So let's learn. To explain the 4 functions, let's start with an example. Column A contains the student names, column B has the subject names, column C contains the marks scored by a student for the respective subject, and column D will show their pass or fail results. In our example, we have taken 4 students: Ashish, Imran, Chris, and Parminder, with 4 different subjects: English, Hindi, Maths, and Science. Moving ahead, the minimum passing mark for our example is greater than 50. So let us calculate the results. We will use if function for this. Equal sign, if, open bracket, C2 is greater than 50, then the result should show as PASS, pass, or else it should display FAIL, fail. Bracket close, enter. Now, instead of using strings as pass or fail, we can use the combination of left and right functions. Now, to use this, we already have the words pass and fail in cell D1, so we can take the reference from cell D1 to use the left and right functions. How we can do is come to cell D2, press F2 to edit the formula. We will use the left formula after removing the pass string. LEFT, left, bracket open, give the reference of cell D1, freeze it, comma, 4 characters we need, that is PASS, bracket close. Moving ahead, we will now remove the fail string and we will write RIGHT, bracket open, again give the reference of cell D1, and we need the last 4 characters of the cell D1, bracket close, and again we have to remember to freeze this cell reference and press enter. To learn more about left, mid, and right functions, you can see my previous video from here. Now we should copy this formula to end of our list, so we will select cell D2 to cell C17 and we will press Ctrl and D, so we have the results here. To learn more about the shortcut keys, you can see my previous videos from this link and the upcoming link. Let us now learn to use the 4 important functions for today's video, which are COUNTIF, COUNTIFs, SUMIF, and SUMIFs. The COUNTIF functions count the number of cells that satisfy our condition. Now we will start by equal sign, COUNTIF, bracket open, select the range. This is the range and our condition is characters with pass, bracket close, and enter. This says from cell D2 to D17 the word pass appears 9 times. Now moving to COUNTIFs, this function counts the number of cells that satisfy one or more condition. So let's use this. we will copy this formula, Control C, we'll come to this cell and we will paste the same formula, and we will only include S to make it COUNTIFs, and we will press enter. Currently this function is only satisfying one condition, but we can add more conditions to it. So we will bring our cursor over here, we'll press comma, and the criteria range 2 will begin. Now the criteria range 2 is B2 to B17, and our criteria is, let's say, English subject, and we will press enter again. This function will look at English subject in B column and will see how many students have passed in English. So all 4 students have passed in the English subject, so that is why it is showing 4. Let's edit this function from English to Hindi. Now the result comes as 2. This will look for Hindi subjects in B column and will see how many students have passed Hindi subjects. So there are 2 students who have passed Hindi subject, so the result is 2. This is how we can use COUNTIF and COUNTIFs function. Let's move ahead for SUMIF function. Let's say we have to add the marks scored by Ashish in all the subjects. For this we will type equal sign SUMIF bracket open. Now make sure the range and criteria can be a text string or a numerical string, but the sum range should always be a numerical string. So in this case we have to find Ashish in A2 to A17. So this is our range, comma, the criteria is Ashish, ASHISH. This is the criteria string, and the sum range is numerical. Always think about it. C2 to C17, bracket close, and press enter. So these are the total marks scored by Ashish. Now the maximum marks scored by any student in all 4 subjects is 400. To calculate the percentage of Ashish, what we can do is we can divide this by 400 and press enter, and we can select it as percentage. So 60% is what Ashish has scored. Now let's extend this formula for SUMIFs. SUMIFs. Please note one thing over here. In case of SUMIF, the sum range is given at last, and in case of SUMIFs, the sum range is given at the first. Now here our sum range should be C2 to C17. Now criteria range 1. Similarly A2 to A17. Criteria is Ashish, and criteria range 2 is D2 to D17, and the criteria for this range should be PASS, pass, and press enter. Now Ashish has scored 202 marks in the subjects in which he has passed. So this is how we use these 4 functions. They are very important functions for data analytics. So this is all in this video. I hope you have liked this video. Keep tuning in for more videos. See you then.